This meeting is being recorded.
All right, that's funny every time. All right, guys, welcome back to Spoken Truth. Now, we've went through our play-in projections. Of course, a lot of this is subject to change based on results and outcomes of what happens in the other three play-in games. But what?
I'm still thinking about that Sadiq Bey shit. You should just ignore me.
Right now, we like playing games on Spoken Truth. So right now, I want to play a game called Take It or Leave It. I'm going to give each one of you a scenario. You're going to take the scenario or you're going to leave the scenario. This is 2023 NBA playoff edition. We're starting hot. All right. The New York Knicks will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Take it or leave it, Chaz.
That's one of the series I'm looking forward to the most. I feel like that one's going 7. I could see it going either way. I'm gonna leave it though. I'm gonna go Cavs in 7.
Why?
I think they're a little bit deeper, and I think that they're a better defensive team. And obviously they're the 4 seed, so they are going to be at home. Let's say that series does get to 7, they would have that one in Cleveland. But that Knicks team is really good, and Jalen Brunson is going to be a handful to guard whoever ends up matching up with him. I mean, the Cavs are a really good defensive team, but their guards aren't really great defenders, and Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. So Mitchell might have to take on some of that responsibility, but I do trust Cleveland just a little bit more.
Take it or leave it Sunday. The New York Knicks will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1.
Leave it. I don't see this series going 7, and I think Cleveland wins. They are just better. It'll be a fun series. The NBA is better when the Knicks are good. So I look forward to the crowds at Madison Square Garden. Unfortunately, I think they'll end up going home with a new playoff villain to sit next to Trae Young. Maybe 2 with maybe 3 with Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. So yeah, I just think the Cavs are just a better roster, a better team. A lot of things I look forward to in that series, which we can get into later. But I'm gonna leave it.
This is one of the most even matchups that we have, and it's really hard. I really want to say Knicks, but I know damn well the Knicks are not going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I have to leave it as well. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I have it in 6. Chaz, what do you have it in? 7?
7.
Tunda, you got it in
6.
6, 6, 7, 6. All right, take it or leave it. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets will both sweep their first round competition. Take it or leave it.
That's a good question. So we're looking at Bucks versus, Heat or Raptors probably, and then Nuggets against, what did we all agree on?
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves or Pelicans? Tuna, you said
Timberwolves or Pelicans. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it. I'll say both will win. Okay. One will sweep, the other will win in 5.
Which one?
I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna say neither one is gonna get a sweep.
Neither one is going to get a sweep. Okay, Chaz, I'm going back to you. Do you care to say who's going to end it in 5?
Oh, now I'm kind of thinking they both might sweep. I'll say Bucks sweep, Nuggets give up 1.
Okay. This is one of the series I look forward to. The Clippers will beat the Suns. Take it or leave it.
Sorry, go ahead. Go first, Chess.
No, go ahead, Tunde.
I'm taking it. I'm just saying. I'm going first. I'm taking it. I got the Clippers winning.
You're crazy as hell.
I got.
I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, you drunk as hell. I'm gonna leave it. Nah, that's
Tunde. You don't. Without PG, you don't think there's a chance?
No, I got the Suns though. I'm just playing. I got the Suns.
All right.
No,
Yeah,
I got the
no,
Suns.
yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, I was watching the last day of the season. Everybody yelled at the Mavericks, and I understand that the Clippers wanted to avoid the play-in, and had they lost, there was a chance they could have been relegated to the 7 seed. But if that was me, I'd have probably taken the risk and probably would have sat some guys to make sure we avoided the Suns in the first round, and try to game the matchups and get ourselves the Memphis Sacramento path. I don't think they beat the Suns in the first round. I don't. I think the Suns have their own issues, like a lack of depth and a complete and total lack of continuity. But yeah, I mean, I think Phoenix's roster is better, and they end up winning this series in 5 or 6.
Do we know what Paul George's status is? I know they said that he was progressing quickly and maybe nearing coming back, but
he's not going to start the series. But there is a good chance that he could come in the latter part of this series, whether that's game 5, 6, or 7, if it go that far. I will have to reevaluate my answer if Paul George come back.
Likewise,
I do think that, and we're going to get into a little later. I do think the Suns are playing with some motivation. I think Kevin Durant is playing with some edge. But I do think the Clippers, presently constructed, cannot beat the Suns. So if you have Paul George, that's a different story. It becomes more even. I still think the Suns might have the edge there. But for now, I'm going to say the Phoenix over the Clippers, subject to change.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think with Paul George, that's almost a toss-up. Without him, I'm probably leaning Suns in 6.
Okay. All right. This or that. Take it or leave it. The Nets will win 2 games off the Sixers. Chaz.
That's a good question. I'll say leave it. I think they win 1.
1. Tunde.
I'll take it.
Take it. Why?
I'll take it. I'll take it because I think Brooklyn's got enough perimeter defense. I think they've got enough perimeter defense and point of attack guys to make life hard for James Harden and Tyrese Maxey. I think Joel Embiid is probably gonna get where he wants to go and get pretty much whatever he wants to get. But between that and the way Mikal Bridges is playing right now, I'm gonna trust that the point of attack defense we get from Bridges and Finney Smith, and kind of the fill in the gaps stuff we get from Nick Claxton will give them 2 games. But no more than 2 games. They're still gonna lose the series.
All right. Take it or leave it. The Boston Celtics will be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. It's something that I've been going back and forth with the entire season, really. Boston versus Philadelphia in that second round. That's one of the series that I'm definitely looking forward to the most as well. I feel like that one could go either way. I tend to side with the Celtics a little bit more, though, so I think I'm going to go Celtics get to the conference finals.
Tunde?
Take it. Celtics to the conference finals.
Absolutely. All right.
Danny, you agree?
I agree. I think the Celtics – I'm so reluctant because that matchup against 76ers is going to be one hell of a match. And if anybody can beat Boston, I believe either the Bucks or Philly can. I just don't think it's going to happen. What happens to Philadelphia after that? I don't know. Do they do they trade some pieces or ask, players, or they come back with the same team? I don't know, but I believe they have to make a run in this playoff in order to keep this team intact the way they are right now. I don't know, but I'm going to go with Boston though until otherwise. All right. take it or leave it, the Lakers will beat the Memphis Grizzlies.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
taking
it.
it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
I'm not even about to take it. Y'all are gonna laugh at this. I think that series goes 5.
Lakers.
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
just
It's the Memphis got a bad draw. So I'm gonna let you talk, but I want to say you're far off.
so I mean my thing, we just talked about how like the Minnesota Timberwolves is like, man, that was a bad time to lose Jaden McDaniels. Look at Memphis's bigs like right now past Jaren Jackson. Like this is rough. They just lost Steven Adams for the year. They now have Brandon Clark out for the year. They just had to bring Kenny Lofton. I love Kenny Lofton, but they just had to bring Kenny Lofton up from G League because they just don't have depth there. And you're paying a team in LA that puts a lot of pressure on the rim with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And we know Jaren Jackson Jr. has, just like generally struggles to stay on the court with foul problems. If and when that happens, like what they have behind them right now, it's a problem. And that's even besides the fact that I don't think that Memphis has anybody who's going to be able to guard LeBron James. I know Dylan Brooks exists. I stick with that statement. And I mentioned I'm worried about the Lakers' point of attack defense. I do think they have a tough time with Ja Morant, as does everybody. But is it a parade inside his city? No.
All right. I am going to tend to agree with you. I want to say 5. I will say that the Lakers can win that series in 6 games. For a team that's in the 7th seed, projected 7th seed, where they probably would be, and to go up against that Memphis Grizzlies team, I will give them a very good shot at beating Memphis. Chaz, take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. I would say Lakers in 6, but that's why tonight's game is so important, because if the Lakers slip up tonight and win, whatever would be Friday, I think, then, it's not a safe bet that they can beat the Nuggets. But I think we all feel a lot more comfortable if they are facing the Grizzlies, who have had some problems, and not to mention, like you said, Tunde, with Steven Adams being out, it's been a different team since then. So, yeah, I would go with Lakers, but they have to win tonight to get to that point.
All right, last one. Take it or leave it. The Kings will knock off the defending champions.
Leave it.
Leave it.
I'll go Warriors in 6.
I'll go Warriors in 6. Sunday.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Pick the Kings.
That's a hard one.
And obviously, folks, after this, we're going to dive in to more into these matchups. But we're just rounding off the take it or leave it section right here.
That's a hard one. I'm going to leave it and pick the Warriors. We can dive into it a little bit more later.
In what?
Oh, I'm going to pick the Warriors in 7. I think we're about to get by far, to me, the series I'm the most excited about in the first round is this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like by a pretty wide margin.
So there's a ton of playoff matchups that we have here, and we don't have a lot of time to go through all of these matchups how I would like to. So let me ask this to start off, and we're going to get through as much as we can in the remaining of this episode. But I want to start off with this. More likely to go to the NBA Finals, the Denver Nuggets or the Milwaukee Bucks, and why?
The Bucks, by far, in my opinion, I think they have the best chance of any team to get to the finals. To me, they're the best team in the league, and I feel like the Nuggets' path is, I don't know, maybe a little more difficult. The Bucks are going to have to go through the Celtics or 76ers, we're assuming. But that first round series probably won't be too stressful. And then, second round against Cleveland or the Knicks could be a good series, but I think everybody feels comfortable with the Bucks winning that. So we're kind of putting the Bucks straight to the conference finals. So I think it's going to be an easier path for them. Whereas the Nuggets, they could end up facing the Suns in that round too, which I mean, I don't know. I would probably still lean towards the Nuggets, depending on, how the Suns look in this first round. But I think that the Suns have a great chance to pull off that upset.
Sunday, more likely to go to the finals. The Nuggets, Bucks.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm gonna agree with Chaz that it's the Bucks. I think the East is. I think that the East just is. I think the Bucks are gonna just have an easier time with the bottom of the East. And just like realistically, there's 3 teams in the East that can can realistically make the finals. Um, being the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Sixers, and like the list of teams that can make the finals in the West is just longer. So by that standpoint, I pick the
Milwaukee. I'm going to go 3 for 3. I'm going to go with Milwaukee too. Chaz, who's your sleeper team in the Western Conference?
Sleeper as in
going to the NBA
win a
Finals.
couple rounds, or are you talking about get all the way to the
Going
finals?
to the finals. Who's that sleeper team that can go to the finals?
Suns and Warriors don't count as sleepers, right?
No.
That's a tough question because it kind of feels
The
like
Lakers will count as a sleeper team.
okay,
So.
yeah. That's a tough question because it kind of feels like the Suns and the Warriors are the favorites over the 1 seed in the Nuggets. I'm taking the Nuggets out of this equation too. So I guess I'll say the Lakers or the Grizzlies, whoever come out of that series, I feel like they can make a run.
A 2 seed? See, the problem that
we all picked against them though. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for a 2 seed, they're being very disrespected. I'm not saying it's not warranted, but I'm just saying they are.
Do you guys think the Grizzlies could make a conference finals run?
No.
My
opinion.
You think they could get to maybe the second round, but that'd be it?
Yeah.
The Grizzlies?
Well, I think they're going to lose to the Lakers if they face the Lakers. So they're not even getting out the round 1 to me.
Yeah, I agree. But, maybe they play the Timberwolves and they beat the Timberwolves and then they're, going against the Warriors or the Kings. So I feel like there is a path, but not where I'm comfortable. I'd rather say the Lakers.
All right.
Bro, that would be hilarious. Like, I'm sorry. Can we last year's Grizzlies Timberwolves series was hilarious. Them boys was actively trying to lose both ways.
25-point blown leads multiple times.
Yeah, just lots of horrible decisions and oh man.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
Sleeper in the Western Conference, real quick.
I mean,
make it all the way to the finals.
Make it all the way to the finals. Is this? And then this is not sleep. This isn't sleeper by seed, right? This is.
Well, I mean, obviously, you can't say the number 1 seed. Denver.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. So
Lakers, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think again, like you guys heard me say before, best record in the Western Conference since the All-Star break. LeBron only played in 11 of those games. I think this is now one of the best rosters in the Western Conference. And if they stay healthy, I will just if they stay healthy, I won't bury the lead here. I think the Lakers make the finals if they stay healthy.
Well, save that because we're going to get into it a little bit later. Eastern Conference.
You guys didn't hear
that. Eastern Conference.
This is me doing the Men in Black. Forget that.
To me, it's more of this question is really tailored to the East because I do think that we all think it's 3 teams that are above the rest, but I'll go first on this one. To me, a team that I believe that can legit get there if everything fell in line are the Cleveland Cavaliers. That means everything has to fall in line. They have to avoid either Milwaukee or the 76ers. I don't think they can do that.
They would it'd be Milwaukee in round 2.
Yeah, you'll have to catch, Middleton. You have to catch. Everything has to go right in order for that to happen, which I don't think it will, but that is my sleeper team of all else fails.
Yeah, I'm going to say that there's no sleeper in the East. I feel like the only way the Cavs, I agree with you. If there isn't a team outside of those three, I think it is the Cavs, but I don't see them getting there unless Giannis gets hurt or, Brook Lopez or Drew Holiday or somebody like that goes down.
Sunday sleeper in the
Yeah, I
East.
mean, I get like again, I guess it's the Cavs. I don't think the Cavs have. I don't think the Cavs have enough spacing around their primary ball handlers. You've seen all year long they've been struggling to find shooting on the wing. It's been Lamar Stevens at some point. It's been Isaac Okoro. You know, I think they need more shooting on the wing and a bit more of a scoring punch off the bench before we have a serious conversation about this. Them
Absolutely.
as a finals team. So,
Chaz, I want to get your best and favorite matchup of the first round. What is it from the conference?
On either side or one on each?
Together. Your favorite matchup that's going to happen in the first round.
Yeah, I'd probably lean and say that Cavs Knicks series. I think that's going to be a really great series. Tunde, I think you mentioned the Warriors Kings. That'd probably be my number 2 pick.
That's going to be my number 1, Kings Warriors. Tunde.
yeah, I'm with you, Denny. I just like this is going to be so much fun. If I told you guys about this before the episode, if my car hadn't just gotten totaled, I would absolutely be trying to make the drive to Sacramento to Golden One Center to go catch one of those games in person. I'm super stoked for that series.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be a track meet. I think that's going to be a lot of threes. I think that's going to be De'Aaron Fox's quickest dude in the league. So it's going to be a challenge to see how GP2 and others try to contain and try to stay with him. And
that series is 2 of probably the 4 or 5 best crowds in the league. So that series is going to be exciting game in and game out.
Absolutely. I want to install something that we haven't did on the show before, and just to open the floor to both of you guys, playoff edition, to see what are you looking forward to, what matchups are you looking forward to, like just basically what's on your mind with these playoffs. I want to start with you, Chaz. What is something you're eager to discuss and talk about right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've kind of talked about it the last few minutes with the Lakers, but I feel like after we get the outcome tonight, we're really going to be able to talk about, is there a path for that Lakers and Warriors to meet in that second round? And if we could get Lakers, Warriors, and Nuggets, Suns, then I mean that's pretty much all you can ask for in that second round of the Western Conference.
I'm going to ask you because I kind of know Tunde's answer because he's kind of told us earlier. Legit, is there a path for the Lakers to reach the finals and win it?
To me, yeah, I think
Absolutely.
all 4. Yeah, I think all 4 of those teams can get to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say? And I know records are not always the records. Who has the best opportunity out of those 4 teams? Denver, Phoenix, Lakers, Warriors to reach the finals.
I have no idea.
It's going to be some fun basketball.
That's something that I feel like I've been going. I've kind of stuck with the Warriors all season. Because I just feel like, if they're healthy, they're probably the best bet. But, there's a world where I feel like they go down to the Lakers in that round too. I could also see the Nuggets getting to the finals. I could also see Kevin Durant playing, just like he was in Brooklyn a few months ago, and the Suns knocking off the Nuggets in round 2 and then getting to the finals too. So I don't know. Like I said, all 4 of them. And to me, there's no clear favorite.
Don't we want to see, I guess I'm getting spoiled. Don't we want to see Warriors versus Phoenix? I got to see this. I'm glad they didn't do it in the first round because it was too early, in my opinion. But to do it with a right to, I believe they can both face each other with a right to the NBA Finals on the line, the conference champ. If they do that, let me. If I'm not even gonna get into it. If Steph beat Kevin Durant again, If he beat Kevin Durant again, we're gonna have to come back to this table and have a conversation, man. Because if he beat him head to head and with a trip to the finals on the
They
line,
playing 1-on-1?
I'm just saying of respective teams. And he beat him head to head again and with a trip to the finals on the line. I I will be you won't be able to say nothing to me. Like nothing about anything revolving Kevin Durant and Steph. Like it's a
Do you have
wrap.
a quota? Is there like a quota you have to meet around like discussing KD's legacy? This shit come
Nah,
up
I think there
every
is.
20
I think there
minutes.
is.
Nah. But Sunday, I'm going to ask you the same question. What's on your mind with these playoffs? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, there's so much I want to talk about. We don't have time for it all. I'll start with the first round. One of the things I'm going to be looking at is the round one series with the Cavs and the Knicks. And it's going to kind of be the game within the game. The Cavs like to play drop coverage with their bigs, and in particular with Jesus Christ. Jared Vanderbilt shot a corner three and hit the backboard, but not like the side of the backboard, like the square. I don't even know how you do that on a corner three. He ain't do that shit on purpose. That's crazy. Anyway, I digress. So the Cavs like to play their bigs in drop coverage. Evan Mobley in particular is one of the best drop coverage bigs in the league. Timing, length, athleticism, he's got it all. I do think one of the things that we see like Jalen Brunson be really good at is kind of being able to get into a big's body and use his craft, his skill, his patience to finish in those situations, and he's one of the best in the league at doing that in particular. So the game within the game is going to be how Jalen Brunson fares against the Cavs bigs in drop coverage, and Emmanuel Quickley as well. We all, I think, know Emmanuel Quickley's got an elite floater. Looking forward to seeing how it fares against, some really, really stiff rim protection. So that's going to be kind of the game within the game there. Kings Warriors, I'm looking at like De'Aaron Fox, who's been this is going to be their first year awarding that dumbass clutch player of the year award. De'Aaron Fox should, and I think will win that award. Looking forward to seeing if we get to keep that trend up and what it looks like against one of the league's best perimeter defenders in Gary Payton II, who I assume will kind of draw that matchup, especially down the stretch of games. We'll leave it there because otherwise I'll talk for the next 40 minutes.
And to stay on that point real quick, is that we're not even factoring in the return of Wiggins. So this team is getting whole as far as the championship DNA and the makeup that they had last year. This is going to be an incredible playoffs. And I know we're going to get into projections here in a second. But looking at this game, and right now we're into the Minnesota and the Lakers game. Score is 16-10. We are live here on Spoken Truth. With about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. We failed to ask the question: what if the Lakers lose this game and have to face Denver? And obviously, if they lose this game, we're projecting that they're going to win their next game and get that 8th seed. How would you project their chances against Denver, Chaz?
Yeah, I think that's much more of a toss-up. I think that's a series that they could lose. I would probably pick the Nuggets in 6 or 7 with the obvious chance that the Lakers could get it done as well. But that's a totally different story than facing the Grizzlies.
Tunde?
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Chaz. I'll pick the Lakers in 6 in that series, but I think it ends up being a super tight series. Ultimately, I think, just a little bit too much apprehension around the Lakers around the Nuggets and them getting enough stops in a kind of a half-court setting.
I will have to tend to agree with Chaz on this one. I do think it would be a tight series. I believe it would be more easier for the Lakers to beat Memphis versus Denver. At the end of the day, I will have to go with Denver in that series, probably in 6, possibly 7. But the Lakers, we'll call it what it is, they have to win tonight. I believe that they have to win. I believe LeBron and Anthony Davis know they have to win tonight. Obviously, it's the play-in, so it's a must-win anyways. But I believe they want Memphis, and that's going to be one hell of a series if they draw Memphis in the first round. And they beat Memphis, like Memphis talks so much, and you guys know how I feel about that. You talk so much for a team that hasn't done shit. So the fact that you're going to draw LeBron and Anthony Davis, yeah, talk now. Like I want to see you talk now. So I think it's going to be very interesting if that is the case. But this is going to be an exciting playoffs overall, Chaz. Before we get to projections for Eastern Conference and Western Conference and finals, is there anything else you would like to talk about in this first round matchup? Any team that we're going to take before?
I don't think so. I think we touched on just about everybody. Yeah. I think we did a good job.
Sunday? Anything else you want to
No,
talk about in this first round?
no. Let's get to these finals predictions.
All right, let's start with the Eastern Conference.
You want me to start in the
Chaz.
video?
Yeah, you can start the video.
All right. Sorry.